Don't touch your friend.
Don't touch your friend.
I woke up in the
All
morning.
right.
I started yelling
It's
people.
the Ebola song. Who's this guy anyways? Who does this Ebola song?
His name's Fuzzy or something.
Shadow and Cuzzy?
Yeah, he's touring in the Ebola region.
Is he really?
Yeah,
Is this a big hit out there?
yeah, he's blowing up.
It's a pretty good fucking song, I'm telling you right now. Oh, Ebola. Yeah. I suppose we gotta talk a lot about Ebola today.
No. All right.
Are we?
Yeah. What do we have? Pull up the article. Did the guy die? Are we doing
Alright, we
that?
got a lot of people with Ebola, right?
I have Ebola.
I felt like I had it earlier.
I saw some people spitting up blood earlier.
Yeah, I was like spitting up a little bit of blood, and I really felt, when you just wake up and you just got that like Ebola, you kind of like spine feeling, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but I think I'm all right.
What? No.
There's all kinds of new cases now, or what?
We have they non-confirmed, confirmed Kansas City. They're talking about Massachusetts. I'm not sure what's confirmed and what's not confirmed. We have a fact checker.
We got.
Oh, we have nothing. Turn that mic on.
You're on.
I'm on. We're all on. No, not on. So the dude who originally came into the United States from Africa, the health worker, I guess they let him leave that hospital in West Virginia or wherever, or in Atlanta.
Is that true?
Supposedly.
Yeah.
And then he went to Massachusetts, and now he's got it again. Right?
He's at a different hospital.
He's at a different
Your mic
hospital.
isn't on, so stop trying
Why?
to talk. Hang on. Take the
Well-
lead here. Let me figure it out. Go ahead.
All right, so he's not dead, I don't think. Do we have? Yeah, there you go. She knows all this stuff. Go
No,
ahead.
he's not dead. He's in a different hospital in Massachusetts, and then there's a bunch of suspicions.
So he drove across the whole entire country,
Well, he was
just wiping his
transported.
hands all over fucking gas station
Sneezing
doors.
on everything. No, he
What-
was transported.
By who? Who transports him?
Hello.
Wow,
Oh,
look
there
at
it is.
that. Anyway,
They transported him to a place where they thought he would get better care.
You have to actually talk into your mic.
Into the
I
mic.
was talking into it.
No, you're still not
you
actually.
gotta treat it like it's a hot dog.
I
supposedly.
don't like hot
Talk
dogs.
into. You can't talk over the top of it like that. Point it at your face.
Yeah.
Point it at my
gotta-
face.
look.
Is it pointed at my face?
Look,
Is this pointed at my face? There you go.
yeah,
That's how it was before when you
Christ.
said you couldn't hear me.
you gotta point it at your face like a money shot.
So where are we at here?
Well, that's how I do it.
Well, there is breaking news that the Dallas Ebola patient has died, but I can't confirm that.
What?
Is that just rumor right now?
As of right now, it appears it was reported by InfoWars.
Where we got Ebola at? It's all over the place, or what
Yo.
the fuck is going on? I wasn't even worried about Ebola.
I suspect it's everywhere.
I wasn't worried about it at all.
I saw these African people yesterday, like in full robe. I was scared, dude. I didn't even go near them. I held my breath and everything. I swear to God.
Should have beat him up.
Well, they were big. Big Africans.
Months. We got an article. Should we just go with this?
Yeah.
Or what did you have? You got something from Rick Perry?
This is Rick Perry explaining, doing the press conference after they found out that dude had Ebola
As you know, a
So,
patient
after
was
they found
admitted
out
to
which
this
guy had
hospital
Ebola.
on
In
September
Dallas.
28th,
in Dallas, Texas, and they let
subsequently
it.
tested positive for Ebola. Today, we learned that some school-age children have been identified as having had contact with the patient and are now being monitored at home for any signs of the disease.
Yikes!
I know that parents are being extremely concerned about that development, but let me assure these children have been identified and they are being monitored, and the disease cannot be transmitted before having any symptoms. I have full confidence in the medical professionals, in Superintendent Miles.
Well, Rick Perry, he's had an excellent track record on
local, state,
public
and
health, right?
federal Partners,
Yeah. No, I don't know. What are you
keeping this
referring to?
contained.
Well, you don't know?
No.
Wasn't he the guy that advocated Gardasil shots and
Oh yeah, he's always down with all that shit.
tried to tell
He's a
tell
Bilderberger.
people it was the law?
Bilderberger.
Yeah, yeah.
That guy.
That's
So is this guy dead or what? That was them like 4 days ago saying the guy had it. Is he dead?
what do we got? News blackout?
Well, we've got New York Times.
It's your fucking.
Oh, that's what
yeah.
it is. Don't touch it right there. Don't touch your mic. Right there.
Don't touch your mic.
Don't touch your mic. Ebola.
Bad cable.
Bad
Don't
cable.
touch your mic. You can't hear when it's on and when it's off.
Yeah,
There you
there
go.
we go. All right. New York Times.
Have to fix that in the
As
break.
of 5
Yeah.
minutes ago, reported that he is still fighting for his life. Quote. However, Israel Nation News reported that he has died. And then lots of people are re-reporting off of what Israel Nation News has said.
I've
but
never heard of Israel Nation News.
No American news outlet has reported that he is dead.
Really?
Not yet, anyway.
Well, American news is the best news.
Yeah.
Let's wait and see what the old Americans have to say. What is I got a video that says we're stopping Ebola in its tracks. What the hell is the deal with that?
Did we? It doesn't sound like it.
Yeah.
So, no, how did they
that's,
transport that guy, though? I'm still worried about that because that's like he probably came through here, right? He was probably coughing out the window and everything.
I would imagine they would have him on like a quarantine flight.
Well, it's not that far, I guess. It's only a couple states over, right? Flight? What? Just
Oh.
leave him where he is. Don't move that shit around.
Yeah, really, I agree.
I don't like none of this.
They should just throw him in like a volcano or something.
should-
You know,
yeah, didn't that-
immediately. What is the big deal? It's one fucking person.
They let the guy in Dallas, Texas go home to his family, and then they let the kids go to school for a couple days that he was in the house with. You know what I'm saying?
Did they really?
Yeah. They're like, and then they finally quarantined them, but then they tried to
Yeah.
escape.
What is going on? Why? I didn't think we really had to worry about fucking Ebola. It's
Me
like,
neither.
How hard is it to fight? It's only spread by human contact, right? So as far as we know, it's
Fluid, not even contact. It's bodily
Oh,
fluid.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
No,
it's,
but I heard if you're sweating and the other person's sweating, that's good enough.
yeah, sure, but still, that's like still. I mean, you still gotta have contact, pretty close contact to fucking spread. How far can it really get once you're conscious of it?
And it also doesn't start being contagious until after you have symptoms. So even if you're carrying it, well, okay, scientists are saying.
I'm calling bullshit on that. How many of these scientists have labs with Ebola in it and done this and stuff like that? None of them. They're just saying it. Everybody's gonna get it. Everybody has it already.
So I got something from the CDC. This is from the Washington Post, I guess. The CDC vows we're stopping Ebola in its tracks. You want to hear this fucking idiot talk for a
Yeah.
second? Let's listen to what this guy says. Who is this fucking dude? Do we even bother to find out who this guy is? Is this some stooge from the CDC?
He's the official government.
Thomas Frieden, director of the CDC, declared this following during a news conference. Oh, and he looks like a douchebag, too. Here we go.
We will identify any context where we think there is a risk of transmission. At this point, there is zero risk of transmission on the flight. The illness of Ebola would not have gone on for 10 days before diagnosis. He was checked for fever before getting on the flight, and there's no reason to think that anyone on the flight that he was on would be at risk. I want to end with just a bottom line before we stop. Ebola is a scary disease because of the severity of illness it causes, and we're really hoping for the recovery of this individual. At the same time, we're stopping it in its tracks in this country. We can do that because of two things: strong healthcare infection control that stops
look
the
at that.
spread of Ebola, and strong
Did you hear that?
core
What'd he say?
Strong healthcare infection control. Why is that word in there?
That is a strange way of putting
core
it.
public health functions
Wait.
that trace contact control that stops the spread of Ebola, and strong core public health functions that trace contacts, track.
See, listen to this is the way these guys look at this. Strong public programs that trace contact and trace this and that, and it's like, this is just, it makes me suspicious. It's so fucking easy to stop this disease. Of course, they let something like this through. This is just the way my cynical view of our government goes, is like, yeah, of course they let it in so they can, get all these public programs in place where we need access to everyone's patient history, and it has to be, you know what I mean, a problem reaction solution paradigm where it's, let's let's create a problem and then have it like a weird overreaching fucking reaction to it.
Guaranteed, this is for like to plug Obamacare.
Well, it's just to further the fucking the control grid and the information grid and having everyone's information accessible and stuff, and centralize the whole medicine game, I guess. But
yeah, they're gonna force people to go to the doctor and shit. They're already doing that stuff with the, you'll be fined if you don't show up.
Yeah, what does that have to do with it?
I don't know. They're just trying to make everybody go to the doctor because Ebola.
Well, I was trying to put it in a more eloquent way, but yeah,
well,
trying to make everybody go to the doctor because of Ebola. That's just as good. Here, let's.
Because the Ebola, it's a scary disease.
Contacts, isolate them if they have any symptoms, and stop the chain of transmission.
I'm just analyzing the language they're using about like tracking people and establishing public programs and shit. That's how they react to stuff like this. But let me just play that last bit again, and you can hear it unmolested by the co-host here.
The spread of Ebola and strong core public health functions that trace contacts, track contacts, isolate them if they have any symptoms, and stop the chain of transmission. We're stopping this in its tracks.
Thank God we have great men like him around. Keep us all safe. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
What else we got on this?
So, do you see the picture? Tards pressure washing Dallas Ebola guy's vomit?
What do we got?
The picture of the two Mexican fellas pressure washing the Ebola puke off the sidewalk with shorts on and flip-flops?
Let's see, where is this? Yeah, we have that somewhere, but I saw the picture. Was there an article that went with that?
I don't know, but we get the picture. The picture's really popular now. It's everywhere.
Ebola.
That's how stupid we are.
Yeah, so did we confirm if that picture was real or what?
I think so. From what I remember it being real.
So let's find that out real quick. Let's see if that picture's legit. I did see that there was a picture going around the internet. Oh yeah, and what was it supposed to be in Dallas? Like, here's where the guys threw up, and we got these two Mexican guys out here with shorts cleaning it up. What is that?
Supposedly the video of those guys cleaning up his puke.
Well,
just spraying it all over the neighbors' cars.
It is confirmed that they are actually outside of that guy's apartment building.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's confirmed. Whether or not they're actually cleaning the puke, I don't know. But that's actually his building for sure.
Okay. All right, so we're good on that. So they are there. Fucking who do you know who hired them? Was it hired by or were they government?
Probably property management or something.
Yeah, or was it they just cleaned it up like, here we go.
That probably is the CDC now. That's just they just outsource Home Depot.
So governments are seizing colloidal silver. Why is that? And that's being used to treat Ebola patients.
I heard it's the best thing you could do.
This is this has been going around the old internets for quite some time. Is colloidal silver, I guess, is good for all kinds of things, right? So we got this article from naturalnews.com. Efforts to bring natural Ebola treatments to suffering West Africans have been squelched by the World Health Organization, which recently blocked multiple shipments of nanosilver solution measuring at 10 parts per million from entering the region, leaving thousands to suffer needlessly. So is this shit really supposed to cure Ebola or what?
I know that silver, nothing, what do you call it? Fucking microorganisms can't survive in silver, right? Is that right?
I don't really know.
I'm pretty sure. That's why they put it in like water filters and shit.
Why are they rejecting it? I mean, it's not going to hurt anyone, right? Who, the world, what do you got?
It's not proven that it actually cures it. So the FDA can't advise that people take it as a cure or treatment for Ebola because it hasn't been tested enough. Even though it's been successful in the small amount of testing that has been done.
Oh,
but
sure.
I'm sure it didn't test. Sure. It just doesn't hurt anybody, does it? I know there's that one guy that turned blue, but I thought I figured he was making it wrong. That's what they said.
We've had thank God we have the FDA, because I know that when I show up at the old 7-Eleven or the convenience store, it's really easy to find healthy food because of how they approve everything. The grocery store, it's not like you have to fucking search high and low everywhere you go to find something that isn't poisonous or anything. Thank God for the FDA for keeping us all safe. That's really nice of them.
This is the World Health Organization,
what a bunch of tireless servants we have at the FDA, just watching out for the rest of us. I really appreciate that.
The FDA is actively working to shut down companies and sending cease and desist letters to companies that are advertising the silver as a treatment for Ebola.
That's very good. That's very good.
What? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, so if you look at these government guys and you're like, you got a cure, and they're like, nah, hell nah. And you're like, can I try something? They're like, no, you may not try something.
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck? What do you want me to sit here and fucking die like all weird? I don't even know what Ebola does to you. I'm guessing there's bumps involved because I see pictures and shit.
It's flu-like.
But then you bleed out your eyeballs and your ears and you're fucking right. They call it a.
Let me fact check.
Yeah,
this.
we don't even know what. Nobody even knows what this does.
Yeah, but that's a good point. I mean, it's you know, yeah. Can you give us a cure? You're supposed to be our fucking overlord protector. But are we allowed to try our own cure?
Yeah, right.
No.
At least
we
let me
here
try.
at the FDA would like to keep things American. And the American way is you've got to get backed by a corporation before we'll listen to you. You know that, don't you, Earthling?
Yeah, of course.
You don't think we make these laws and procedures through a system of checks and balances and proposed bills that are approved by committees or something, do you?
We're supposed to.
You've got to get with the times, young Earthling. In today's America, we don't have all that, you know, all the fucking hours to waste on the red tape of whatever. Sorry, you got something?
You know, I've once said before. You got something, or can I talk here?
No, go ahead.
Why isn't there diseases that are awesome? Like, did you hear that Jimmy got the XR7? He can jump like 10 feet now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how come there's like no good like things that can happen to you can catch?
Because in America, bad diseases help us sell advertising.
Not for colloidal silver, they don't.
I said bad diseases.
Is that like what's that?
That's
Jesus?
fucking some weird virus version of Jesus. Like, fuck, it's bad diseases.
It's bad diseases.
He's all fucking like he's got like dreadlocks, like some shit. He's like dreadlocks and some shitty fucking drifter clothes on.
Bleeding
Bad
out
diseases. Come on, man! I just want to show you guys how to love. Shut up, bad diseases.
I want a disease that can help me see like an eagle or something.
I'm preaching the word of my father. No. Here in America, we only like bad diseases. Thank God for the FDA once again for protecting us. We know we can't do it ourselves. We know that much. So they're blocking the colloidal silver. Anybody have any fucking halfway legitimate reason for that at all?
That doesn't make sense at all.
No, they've sent a shipment of silver that's supposed to be routed down to the Ebola affected areas, but it's going through France, and for some reason they won't say why, but for some reason it keeps coming back to America from France instead of going all the way to Africa.
Well, France blocked
3
all
times.
flights. France blocked flights to West Africa. That's why. Maybe.
Even
Oh, yeah, a
like
bunch of
Like a month ago.
humanitarian,
Like a
or-
month ago. No,
A bunch of
it's-
countries have.
Yeah. Because they're fucking smart. We're idiots.
Well, are we idiots or did somebody want it in the country to allow us to
Sure.
put up a bunch of other bullshit in place, you know? I mean,
I'm not super scared about it, but I'm not going to go down by O'Hare Airport and start shaking people's fucking hands. You know what I mean?
yeah, I haven't really been thinking about it.
No, fuck
And I'm
that,
starting
dude.
to get scared, though. I'm starting to get really scared. I think everyone out there should get real fucking
Yeah, it's
scared.
fucking scary.
What do we got?
Ebola only kills 50% of the people it affects, and that's only in third world areas. In the United States, the death rate will be much, much lower because most of the death is caused simply from dehydration and fever, and that's it. And that stuff is totally treatable in the United States.
Because we have water.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
So
The media is really just kind of running away with this shit. This
Yeah.
is, like I said from the
It's
beginning,
like-
it's
Whoa.
not that fucking scary.
50% is bad.
Well, it's
That's
like
not
with
good.
West Nile, where the people who are really only truly at risk are people who already have compromised immune systems, children, old people, and people who are already sick.
Well, if that one dude actually died, if we confirm that later, that will be 100% death rate.
100% American. So,
I think it's African American.
yeah. Well, was he an African American?
Yeah. He was, and he told the
Was he
people
an
at the
African-American
hospital the
gentleman?
first time, I'm coming from Liberia from a funeral, and they were like, "Oh, just go home. Here's some
fuck
fucking
you.
here's some Theraflu fucking juice." You know?
Dumb African, where's your insurance?
Oh my God! How are they trying to import silver? How do they have money for that? These people don't have fucking water, and they're trying to import silver.
No, we're
The guys-
trying to
the guys-
donate it instead of water.
Where's he
some
from?
reason.
Liberia?
He went there.
Dude,
He's
Liberia's
from here.
fucked up. He probably came. Yeah, dude. Liberia's a place I've talked about on the show before, where it's just completely overrun with warlords and everybody's just nuts. And really, there's like General Bin Laden and General Mosquito and General Mosquito Spray.
Yeah,
there's like
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Vice went there and shit. Yeah, that place is fucking insane. I wouldn't allow anyone near me that's ever even been there. Obama's war on Ebola or war for oil. So we could be getting closer to the real motives for this whole fucking, this whole media campaign. This is from Infowars.com by who's this guy? F. William Engdahl.
That's probably not Infowars. That's probably somebody they
Just
yeah.
linked to this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is actually from
New Eastern Outlook.
New Eastern Outlook. F. William Engdahl. Let's see. For a Nobel Peace Prize president, Barack Obama seems destined to go down in history books as the president who presided over one of the most aggressive series of wars ever waged by a bellicose Washington administration. Not even, is that how you say that word? Yeah. Not even George Bush and Dick Cheney came close. Okay, who cares? First, before the ink was even dry on his Nobel Peace Prize certificate, Obama announced the Afghanistan surge. We know about all this. We hate Obama's a piece of shit.
So he's sending
Cares?
3,000 soldiers to fight a virus? 4,000?
Where do we get to that part?
Well, how are they supposed to do that?
Hang on a second. With the hair-raising, let's see. In a carefully staged, managed appearance at the U.S. Centers for Disease Control, Obama read a bone-chilling speech. He called the alleged... Let's try to find that speech. You should try to get that up. He called the alleged Ebola outbreaks in West Africa a global threat, and it demands a truly global response. Let's see here. Yeah. What do we have? This I love that we have. This is like what our president's main function is to just go out and state the completely obvious in like a fucking dad voice. Well, this is a big fucking problem. that's basically the whole president's whole fucking job. This is fucked up. A global threat, and it demands a global response. This is an epidemic that is not just a threat to regional security, it's a potential threat to global security. If these countries break down, if their economies break down, if people panic, Obama continued, conjuring images that would have made him, the Andromeda Strain novelist Michael Crichton drool with envy. Ugh. God, I hate this writer. Obama added that has profound effects on all of us, even if we are not directly contracting the disease. This outbreak is already spiraling out of control. Is it?
I don't like one. I don't like any of it.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that, like, when they were like Africa, I was like,
this is just every few years. It's bird flu. It's fucking swine flu. It's fucking, I don't even remember there's been so many. Those are just the easy ones. But like
H1N1, fucking
H1N1.
What do the mosquitoes give you all the time?
West Nile was
West
another
Nile.
one. Yeah. And there was like 23 cases countrywide or something. You know, like, so. Let's get on to this shit. He then announced he has ordered 3,000 U.S. troops into West Africa in what he called the largest international response in the history of the CDC. 3,000 troops, and it's considered a response by the CDC, our Center for Disease Control.
Since that article was written, it was up to 4,000.
Wow. Okay, well, have fun, you fucking morons that are still joining the military. Holy fuck. Have fun in Africa.
Fuck Africa. I don't want to go to Africa ever. It seems like the worst place ever. Do I got sound on here?
I don't know.
Do I got sound on my
No.
unit?
Over the White House.
No. You know what? Hang on, we'll figure it out.
I heard it a little bit.
Fucking
I heard it a little
4,000 troops up to fucking West Africa. Why? What are they supposed to do there?
Shoot at it.
Well, I'll tell you. We're going to send our troops over there. See? We're going to hide out in strategic locations. And anyone that has Ebola, we're going to kill them.
It's not a bad idea.
That's the American way.
Aren't you supposed to burn them?
That's, you know, I don't care what you're supposed to do. I don't think you're supposed to send large armies at it. I think that's like one of the least effective things you could do to a disease. Let's send it more food.
Well, here's
okay.
the thing.
That's like trying to fight the blob by sending an army. Like, you don't know. You need one scientist, right? You need Jeff Goldblum and his dad, in the White House, and you need to figure some shit out.
That guy figures everything out at movies.
Yeah, but in like the weirdest ways too.
Yeah. We were talking about this last night, me and my friend, and he says it's because they eat bushmeat. They just eat bats out of the woods, and they got it.
Well, bushmeat is like monkeys and shit.
No,
too,
it's anything that's out in the forest, and they're eating
Ebola came from monkeys.
No,
it
eating
only
something
affects
dangerous.
Humans and monkeys.
Oh,
No,
really?
it
Humans
affects
and
bats
primates.
too. No, they carry it.
They can carry it, but it doesn't affect them.
Like a little,
It doesn't
like
incubate.
a little aerial fucking spreader, dude. I hate bats so bad. I don't even like Batman.
I like bats.
Ugh. Fuck that. But we watched a video about it. I forgot. I should have fucking saved it. And they're like, we eat bushmeat. We don't mind bushmeat. And they have pet monkeys crawling all over them. They literally walk down the street with fucking monkeys crawling all over them, little monkeys. And they're like, well, we don't know why we got Ebola. Maybe because you don't clean up out the fucking stagnant water outside of your house. Maybe you should dig a fucking little trench, get that shit to fucking moving, and stop playing with monkeys all day. I mean, seriously. Right?
Mother, I'd like to be a soldier for the U.S. Army when I grow up. Well, Johnny, I hope you enjoy going to fucking tiny little hellholes all over the world to secure strategic military locations in a slow imperialization that you're too dumb to notice. Yes, Mommy, will I carry my rifle? Yes, Sonny. Sorry, go ahead.
You will eat bush meat.
Yes. You'll have all the bush meat you can eat, Johnny.
You're saying it wrong. Bush meat.
Bush meat.
There you go. You got it. I'm serious, man. They I don't know. I don't understand why they have like these. They eat this fucking shit. You wouldn't eat that shit. If I brought a squirrel in from outside, would you eat it?
No, but we have grocery stores. They probably don't. I'm sure there's places that do. But why? Like, what are we still falling for this as a country? Are there still people who are going like, oh yeah, that makes sense. 4,000 troops. I mean, it doesn't say humanitarian workers. It says fucking troops. So are they supposed to? They're protecting the humanitarian workers or what? What do you got?
Supposedly, the U.S. troops who have no special training in healthcare or anything regarding that are going there to train as many as 500 healthcare workers a week, erect 17 healthcare facilities, set up a joint command headquartered in Liberia to coordinate between U.S. and international
We got a
relief
caller
efforts.
here.
Liberia?
Excuse me, guys. We got a caller here on the overdose.
All right, well, bring him on. Fuck it.
Hello.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going down?
Nothing. I heard you guys talking about West Africa. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Cool. Who is this, by the way?
This is Erdell.
Oh, hey, you're out in, what town?
Downerstroke.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you got for us? What were you interested in here?
Yeah, man. That Vice episode was crazy. You know, they were eating each other over there.
Oh, dude, that's all they do.
I mean, what the fuck, dude?
No shit, I'm telling you. No, so you saw that thing too. Tell them, isn't it like the whole country's just gone completely insane and people are just running around like drinking weird concoctions and fucking shooting machine guns at each other and shit?
Yeah. Well, you know how that all started? We took slaves from our country here.
Yeah, I've told this whole story on the show before. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Liberia, right?
Yeah.
Liberty, and then those people enslaved the people that were there.
Using what they had learned here. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And then they had a bunch of civil wars in the 90s, and they're all into like rap culture and shit like that.
Yeah, well, imagine. I mean, we set that place up and put some guy who turned out to be a total tyrant in place. Sent all of our freed slaves back there in some shitty, weird government program. They took over the country, enslaved everyone else, and then slowly rotted the place away until it's just fucking every 2 miles is a different warlord, and there's just like the highest death rate in the world, just scum in the streets everywhere. That's America.
Plus
and then
Ebola. They have that.
100,000. And then the Ebola happens. They're all eating each other, fucking doing a bunch of drugs, all fucked up all the time.
Yeah.
They all probably have brain prions too. All that shit, fucking mushy sponge-like cannibal
Like
brains.
mad cow's disease type of things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right. That's not very.
Gotta love America.
Yeah. No. This is the best country in the world, quite obviously. So what do you know about what's going on with the recent Ebola activity? You got any angle on this for us or what?
Well, I heard that guy came from Liberia.
Yeah, that's what we heard.
He found him in like Texas or something. I don't even know.
Is that the
That's
same
all I know
guy?
about
The guy in Dallas was from Liberia, right?
He was in. I don't know if he was from there, but he said he went there for a funeral or some
Okay.
shit like that.
His Ebola was from there.
His Ebola was from there, yeah, but he wasn't from
Yeah.
there.
His Ebola had a Liberian accent.
If you shoot people a million times with Ebola, the Ebola will die. If you shoot enough bullets at them, I think. I don't know.
Will it? Can it jump? Can it jump hosts like fuck? I can't think of a
Well,
movie
like-
where that happens.
Or you can shoot somebody with
Species?
something and
Oh,
then
that
you
happens.
get
Scary
it.
movie
like
ever.
Species. Yeah.
Isn't that where a chick tries to have sex with dudes and then eats them?
Oh wait, yeah, that was wrong.
That's different.
The Wendigo.
When,
That's an old story.
I want to
Or a
get.
thing that
I
jumps
want to get
bodies.
a fucking T-shirt that supports Captain Mosquito Spray. Can we get those made?
Yeah, we can get
Hey,
that done.
General Buck Naked,
Write
dude.
that down.
Oh, General Butt Naked too. Yeah,
yeah, we're gonna get all the T-shirts here.
he was the best.
He was the best. He said if you were naked, the bullets wouldn't touch you.
Right. That
What
was
did-
his whole
what'd he say?
philosophy. If he was naked, bullets couldn't touch him.
He runs around ass naked.
So like he was in like civil wars in Liberia before they became like crazy. I think that was the guy that I think he used to work for the government, but he used to be nuts in battles. Did he used to work?
He became a preacher.
Or he was a preacher. That's right. Okay, yeah. He was an
Oh, then he
ex-warlord.
became a preacher.
Who did?
That guy, after all that civil war and stuff, then he became a preacher.
And a warlord.
Hey, can you? I just got a text
yeah,
message.
I mean-
Sorry.
They kind of just like absolved him of all his crimes or something. You know,
Well-
like he did a bunch of fucked up shit, and then now he's just a free man and he's a preacher.
Yeah, well, that's a good country. It's
Yeah, right.
it's a lot of fun over there. All right, well, thanks for calling in there. We're going to get back to some other news. We got a lot to do tonight, but call back 4th hour and hang out with us if you want.
Right on.
All right, dude, we'll talk to you later.
Give out the phone number.
Oh, I should get out. The phone number, let's see, 630-599-7827 if you want to join the conversation, 630-599-7827, or email us at sundayeveningoverdose@gmail.com. Second hour, we got Ross Allison is going to be on. He's an author who's, I think he's got like 4 books out or something like that.
Is he rich?
I don't know if he's rich.
4 books is like rich almost, right?
Well, it doesn't mean that he necessarily sold millions of copies of them. I really have no idea.
People buy books if you write it. People buy it.
Oh yeah, just write a book, you'll make money.
Guaranteed.
No doubt. Just guaranteed.
We'll ask him.
So
I ask how rich he is.
he's also he's out in Seattle, Tacoma area, and he does ghost interviews. Ghost tours. He's doing a ghost interview
Interviews
tonight.
ghosts.
Yeah, he interviews ghosts. He does ghost tours out there. He does paranormal investigations. He is the founder of Advanced Ghost Hunters of Seattle / Tacoma or Tacoma, whatever. So check out Ross Allison. He'll be on next hour to talk about his new book, which I believe is called Tacoma's Haunted History. So we'll make sure that was right, and we will catch up with him the second hour. So for now, I think we got to move on. Do we have anything else on Ebola, or is that it?
I think that's about it.
guys wanna say anything?
Don't go to Liberia ever for any reason, even if there wasn't Ebola, is probably the point.
Yeah, I would never go there. I think we had, what else? Don't touch your friend.
Don't touch your
No eating something dangerous.
Bushmeat.
Let's see. Was there any thoughts on this?
Not really, except it's scary as fuck.
Let's see. No eating something dangerous. Ebola. Don't touch your friend. Did we forget anything? No eating something dangerous again. All right, I think that was it. All right.
He seems to know more about it than anybody.
That
so
guy knows
far.
a lot. about
Don't
Ebola.
touch your friends. Don't eat bush meat, and
And meanwhile, our leaders are coming out like, we've got to set up mass, like, huge government programs to deal with this. We're not going to give you any advice personally. We go to fucking Cuzzy for that shit.
don't touch your friends.